If it's happening in New York, New Jersey, or Long Island, hear about it with Joe Piscopo. Mornings, 6 to 10 on AM 970. The Answer.
Live from the smartwaytobuy.com studios.
I'm in a New York state of mind.
Well, I just got to get up. I just genuflected because Mike Gallagher walked into the studio.
Right.
There we go. Kiss the ring.
Right.
Kiss the ring.
That's.
Oh,
you got that
glorious.
in reverse. You got that in reverse. I am always in awe of being in the presence of greatness on a Tuesday morning. Look at that. And you got Mr. Cox in here, big time. Sat at the table with Richard Nixon in the room. In the room where it happened.
I am so fascinated by that, Mike, because I'm a political junkie. I have an insatiable curiosity. That's why having Frankie Five Bros next to me is great, because we always kind of say, did that really happen? Then this is the guy that talked to Richard Nixon, and then I'm thinking, help me out, Mike, because you are really an expert at this, and we turn to you as kind of a young mentor for us, as we journey through this radio world. But follow me. So you got Watergate, then you got Woodward and Bernstein. It's like, if that happened today, I don't know that it would be such a big thing, because compared to hiring the FBI to take down a political candidate, it's child's play.
Well, the media...
Not to stick up for it, by the way.
No, the media is excited, though, because they feel like we're back in that Watergate time, and that was the Super Bowl on steroids for the press. I mean, Woodward and Bernstein, as celebrated in this movie, The Post, that was a time when Americans were, just like we are now, on the edge of our seats. What's going to happen next? Who's going to get fired? What shoe is going to drop? So there is a desperate attempt to connect the events of today with Watergate, and so that's inevitable. And now you've got the 24/7 cable news, you have the internet, you have all of this massive information coming at us from all different directions. And at the end of the day, it's like a football game where it depends on what side you're on.
Yeah,
I mean, I'm so sick of the tribal politics. The markets have had a bumpy couple of days. Well, now the media is hell-bent on proving that this is Trump's fault, that look at what a hypocrite he is because he's been taking credit for the markets, and look at what happened over 2 days. Well, wait a minute. All I heard from the media and from Democrats for a year was that this isn't Trump's economy, it's Obama's economy. You can't have it both ways. You can't take credit. Now, listen, as a Trump supporter and as a guy who wants him to succeed, yesterday, maybe today, this is happening on his watch. What am I supposed to do? Pretend it's Obama's, dive? It's not. It's President Trump's, and I believe that I understand the experts who say this is a correction, and it's not anything you get panicked about.
That's right.
ABC World News Tonight. Now, these guys hammer away. They got Jonathan Karl in the White House hammering away at the president, and Pierre Thomas and all these guys. And there's David Muir, and the whole they trotted out a package last night. And, of course, they showed about 19 different clips of the president saying, oh, look at your 401k. Oh, look at your market. Look at the market. That's me. It's me. I'm taking credit, to mock him, right? All right. So then they put an expert at the end of the package, and the expert says, this is actually normal. We're still 21% at where we were when Obama was president, and this is a correction that was inevitable and basically isn't Trump's fault. So they're trying to sort of have it both ways, and they can't. It just depends on whose ox is being gored, depends on what side you're on, and I for one, am just getting tired of worrying about what's better for my side rather than what's worried. Let's be worried about what's best for the country, and we got a lot of exciting things happening in this country. Larry Kudlow is going to be on today.
Larry's great.
He's got a show coming up, right, on AM 9.
Sundays at 11.
Sundays 11
I was
AM.
hoping that was going to happen.
Yep.
Because he is great. So he's going to be on AM
fantastic.
970 The Answer, Sundays at 11.
Which will be a great opportunity to get his insight every Sunday morning. Great time to have the radio on, and we'll get a preview of what he's going to do on AM 970 The Answer this morning on my show at 10:30. We'll get his take on what the markets are doing.
Yeah.
Or should baby boomers be worried? How long does this last?
Yeah.
Why did it happen? And how are we going to get out of it? So Larry Kudlow this morning at 10:30, and then we're going to dive into all this the president calling out the Democrats, calling them treasonous, for not standing. Now, again, it was, if you saw the clip in Cincinnati, Ohio, somebody yelled it out from the crowd. He played along. He sort of jokingly called them treasonous. So that's one of those exchanges. And then, of course, when you see it in print, you think, oh my gosh, the president called the Democrats treasonous.
Treasonous.
I mean, so it's one of those Trumpian kind of moments.
Well, how are you going to deal with on the show today with this memo coming after the Democrats? Does the president authorize it?
Of course, he should.
Yeah.
I mean, if we're about transparency.
What are the Democrats? What's the end game here with the Democrats?
They're trying to. Now they want to have Americans have pick between door number 1 or pick between door number 2. Door number 1 is this biased Republican memo that the Republicans put together. But here's the truth, and here's the other side of this. Listen, Joe, there's some people in big trouble over this. There's no way around this. You cannot lie to a FISA court with evidence that is tainted like this. There are some problems with this. I don't know how bad it's going to be. We're going to find out. Let's let it play out. Let Mueller finish his investigation. He can't be there forever. Guy ain't going to be there till 2097. I mean, at some point this is going to end, and we're going to have to deal with whatever the outcome is, and I'm not too concerned, quite frankly. I think it's going to be a real hard case to make that Boris in the Kremlin conspired with Carter Page to rig the election booth in Madison, Wisconsin, and led to a different outcome. It isn't going to happen. There's no collusion. There's nothing there. And so let's hope this distraction goes away. But meanwhile, we just got to keep plugging away.
Mike Gallagher, you know Apple Watch anymore? No, I got the Apple Watch. You didn't get the Apple Watch. And
Apple
that
Watch
the Mao-like picture that is outside your studio down there?
The lit picture, yes. Well, now that we got the cameras, because you guys have all the cameras on Tuesdays, heaven forbid we can just do Tuesday. Oh, no, we not only have to do Monday through Friday, but we got to do it when I'm on the road. And I'm only on the road more than I'm home. So you're trying to come up with fake cameras and lighting and banners. And
you were playing the world's smallest violin.
I'm a radio guy. Can I just sit here and do a radio show?
I know.
We got to do that. I mean,
How was the lighting in San Francisco?
The lighting was just just perfect. It was just perfect. I mean, we got the gels, we got the lighting, makeup crews.
How are you going to do the lighting in Hawaii now on the cruise? I mean, that's going to be a little difficult.
Going to be a good question.
See, look. No problem. Bring the camera.
Actually, we will not be broadcasting from the cruise ship, so that'll be a working vacation.
Mike, I just decided, and we'll let you go. We didn't get invitations to Hawaii. The guys, we didn't get.
You can go. Hey, you can go. Listen, MikeOnline.com. Go sign up today, please. I'll get you a good deal. I'll get you a good stateroom.
Salem decided to fly with one New York host.
I can't even get a microphone that works. The microphone broke this morning. Well, I can't let alone an invitation to Hawaii.
I'll give you one of our microphones for a working camera. How about that? We'll do a swap.
We'll do the swap like that. Right. Mike Gallagher,
Happy
10
Tuesday,
o'clock.
Guys.
Yeah, love you, Michael, and thank you so much for stopping in. Mike Gallagher, 10 o'clock on AM 970, The Answer.
Everybody knows this guy. Now, everybody knows he can do a radio show. Joe Piscopo. Mornings, 6 to 10 on AM 970, The Answer.